Hello and welcome. My name's Phil and this is episode 12 of My Favourite Shots.
Hi.
Where we just take one shot from one film and have a look and see why it's so special.
Okay.
If you've not done so already, please hit the subscribe button below and the bell button, and then you'll get a notification each time I put a new video up.
You don't want to be the guy sitting there watching BBC and saying, "Oh, I saw that guy."
This week, my favourite shot comes from an animated film, a film by DreamWorks called Kung Fu Panda. And as a dad of 3 sons, I've watched this film many, many times. And I've enjoyed it many, many times. Of all the films that they wanted to watch again and again, I'm glad it was this one. This along with Incredibles and a couple of others. If you have to watch a film that many times because your kids want to, it's a good test of whether it's any good. I know you could say it's just a kids' film.
You're just a big, fat panda.
But it's a really good kids' film. And it's about this panda who really wants to be a Kung Fu warrior. And it's his journey to becoming that Kung Fu warrior.
The universe has brought us the Dragon Warrior.
Which is the same as Harry Potter. It's just the same as Neo in The Matrix.
He is the one.
You could always say it's the same as Goodfellas.
What?
What? What? What?
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
In the sense that it's the story of one character fulfilling their destiny.
Who is worthy to be trusted with the secret to limitless power to become the Dragon Warrior?
I don't know.
And the character Po even has a dream about it at the beginning of the film. And then we see that dream fulfillment happen at the end of the film. I mean, we talked about shot mirroring a little bit on Apocalypse Now episode, and they do the same here. But the shot I want to look at today is actually quite early in the film. And it's a good little Easter egg that I didn't spot for the first couple of viewings. And I saw it and went, oh, that's very good. I like that one.
How interesting.
This shot, I'll be very impressed if you spot it. Please tell me in the comments below if you do, and answer truthfully. So let's watch the little clip like we always do, and then I'll show you which shot I want to talk about.
Sorry, Dad.
Sorry, doesn't make the noodles. What were you doing up there? All that noise.
Oh, nothing. Just had a crazy dream.
So, did you see it? It took me quite a few viewings with quite a few sons to spot this one. It's this shot here. A moment of animation genius. So you've got Po, okay, played by Jack Black, who at this stage in the film, all we know is he's just woken up from a dream about being this amazing Kung Fu warrior. He's got his little toys that he's playing with. He gets woken up to reality and he's got to go to work. And he comes down the stairs and you see the shot of the floor. And there on the floor is the shadow of Po's dad. Right, Po is a panda. And what can I see on the floor there? The shadow of his father, who looks like he's a panda. And then it cuts to the shot of his dad, and it's not a panda, it's his massive sack of flour with 2 little things on the top. Genius! He's adopted! He's been adopted by a duck. So the story sets up quite early that Po's been adopted. And that shot of the shadow just shows it so wonderfully. The fact that this duck is trying to be the best father he can for a panda who's huge and his little duck who's very tiny. The duck, Mr. Ping, being played brilliantly by James Hong. With animation films, if you ever watch the credits, they are incredibly long, and each of these sequences that you see involve so many people in terms of animation, in terms of lighting, in terms of rendering, in terms of actually that you got people who just draw the character, and then you got people who just draw the background. It's very, very involved. I don't know who had this idea of the shadow on the floor looking like a panda, a duck being a panda, but hats off to you. It's such a brilliant moment.
Master.
Master.
And when you make a feature film, there's so many moving parts, literally thousands of people involved. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And if someone knew the special ingredient to make it work, well, then it would be easy. Making feature films would be easy, and it's just not. There are so many feature films that you think on paper are going to be amazing, and then they get made, and somehow those moving parts don't quite fit together, and you come off with it's okay kind of film. And sometimes the film is just a knockout success. And no one's quite sure why. What was the magic element that made that so amazing? And then they try and make sequels to make more money off the fact that that one worked. And the sequels don't quite work because they don't have that magic ingredient. I wish I knew what that magic was.
The secret ingredient is...
And the reason I'm talking about that during this episode is because that's what happens with Po becoming the Dragon Warrior.
Oh.
What is the secret ingredient in his secret ingredient soup? But it's the same with making films. There is a secret ingredient, and I wish I knew what it was, but I don't. I don't know what it is. There's just a little bit of magic in every good film, in every great film. There's just a bit of magic, and it comes from all different directions. I don't know. I wish I knew.
Huh?
And just to prove it, you get moments like that shadow in a little kids animated film. Love it. Well, that's it for this week. I hope you enjoyed that. Please come back again next week. Please put your comments below. If you know the secret to making a good feature film, I want to know. Put it down below.
If you want any more, you know where I live.
And next week, we're going to be starting another trilogy, the first in our trilogy of my favourite kisses on screen. So have a great week, and I'll see you next time.